16 heart-healthy foods to help unclog arteries naturally. Your arteries are the largest of your body's blood vessels, and they play the crucial role of delivering oxygen and nutrients to every organ, tissue, and cell. What causes plaque buildup in arteries, anyway? 16 artery cleansing foods and why they help. Fatty fish. Fatty fish, including salmon, sardines, anchovies, and mackerel, are a potent source of omega-3 fats, powerfully anti-inflammatory unsaturated fats that have protective effects against vascular inflammation and atherosclerosis. Omega-3s can also reduce platelet aggregation, which reduces risk of blood clots, lower triglyceride levels, and increase levels of good HDL cholesterol, which helps counteract the plaque-depositing effects of unhealthy LDL cholesterol. Flax seeds. Flax seeds are also a good source of anti-inflammatory plant-based omega-3s, alpha-linolenic acid, along with fiber, and antioxidant plant compounds called lignans. Regular flaxseed intake has been associated with decreased blood sugar and insulin levels, and improved insulin sensitivity, among overweight and obese individuals with prediabetes. Berries. Blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries pack a big punch when it comes to arterial health. These deeply hued fruits are chock full of polyphenol compounds such as quercetin and anthocyanins, which exert powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. Thanks to these compounds, and a nice dose of fiber, berry consumption has been linked to improvements in LDL cholesterol, blood pressure, and even blood sugar control, all of which help keep arteries clear and healthy. Compared to other fruits like grapes, oranges, and apples, which are high in a form of sugar called fructose, berries are a particularly great choice for regular consumption because they're low glycemic, $that is what I means $. They're unlikely to spike blood sugar. Citrus fruits. Citrus is jam-packed with polyphenol compounds called flavonoids. These citrus bioflavonoids have powerful antioxidant properties, meaning they scavenge free radicals that might otherwise cause oxidative stress and drive disease processes. Opt for grapefruit, as long as it doesn't interfere with any of your medications, or add a squeeze of lemon or lime to your water for a bioflavonoid boost. Extra virgin olive oil. Higher intake of olive oil is associated with reduced risk of death and cardiovascular events like heart attack and stroke. What sets olive oil apart? It's a rich source of monounsaturated fatty acids, MUFAs, and polyphenol antioxidant compounds. Olive oil also has a beneficial effect on blood sugar. According to one meta-analysis, people consuming the most olive oil had, on average, a 16% reduced risk of developing type 2 diabetes and reductions in hemoglobin A1c, HbA1c, and measure of average blood glucose over several months. Avocado. Avocados deliver a 1-2 punch for cleaning out your arteries. Like olive oil, avocados contain loads of blood sugar stabilizing, cholesterol optimizing MUFAs. A recent study also found that eating 1 avocado per day is associated with reductions in LDL cholesterol. Legumes. If you tend to eat a lot of grain-based side dishes, consider swapping them for legumes, beans, peas, chickpeas, lentils. According to the American Diabetes Association, beans are relatively low on the glycemic index, which means they're unlikely to spike blood sugar even though they contain some carbohydrates. Pairing legumes with a source of fat and/or protein can curb their blood sugar spiking potential. Tomatoes. Tomatoes, especially cooked tomatoes and tomato sauce, are a great source of lycopene, a powerful plant compound responsible for tomatoes' red color, and which has been associated with increased good HDL cholesterol. Allium vegetables. Higher intake of allium veggies, and cruciferous veggies, which we'll cover below, has actually been associated with a reduced risk of death from atherosclerotic vascular disease. Cruciferous vegetables. Like allium vegetables, cruciferous vegetables, think broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, arugula, cabbage, also contain organosulfur compounds and may reduce your risk of death from atherosclerosis. Walnuts. Nuts are a good source of protein, fiber, and healthy fats, and regular nut consumption has been associated with a reduced risk of overall cardiovascular disease and coronary heart disease, which occurs when plaque buildup restricts blood flow to the heart. Of all nuts, walnuts contain the highest levels of heart-healthy, plant-based omega-3s. In an impressive animal study, consuming walnuts as part of a high-fat diet resulted in a 55% reduction in atherosclerotic plaque development compared to control diets. Beets. Red, golden, and rainbow beets may be controversial in the flavor department, with a notable earthiness, but there's no question they're good for supporting healthy blood flow. Beets and beetroot juice are some of the best sources of beneficial dietary nitrates, which are converted to nitric oxide, NO, in the bloodstream. Spinach. Like beets, spinach and other dark leafy greens are a good source of dietary nitrates, which support supple, free-flowing blood vessels and arteries by boosting NO production. Additionally, leafy greens contain fiber and a range of micronutrients, including folate. Dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is a potent source of polyphenol compounds, specifically cocoflavanols, which have been shown to help lower blood pressure and improve blood flow, by boosting nitric oxide production, lower inflammation, and prevent blood clots. Spices. Flavorful herbs and spices are often potent sources of beneficial compounds that can benefit the heart and arteries, even cinnamon, which you probably have in your pantry already. Research suggests that cinnamon intake may be associated with reduced levels of HbA1c and blood pressure among patients with type 2 diabetes. Green tea. You can sip your way to clear, healthy arteries too. The magic lies with green tea's polyphenol compounds called catechins, which have powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. In another recent review, published in the renowned New England Journal of Medicine, authors were similarly optimistic, citing that it improves a range of cardiovascular health markers in human and animal studies, including blood pressure, LDL and HDL levels, and insulin resistance.